This episode of The Couch is proudly supported by Cafe Bellavista Restaurant and Pizzeria. Azito, give it a go with Azito. Refresh Pure Water. And Reading Cinemas, experience the difference.
Hello Australia, we've got a very big couch coming up today, episode 488. Check out who's on the show today. Music-wise, we've got a fantastic young talent, Tamika, coming in to perform for us. Can't wait, she hasn't got blue hair anymore, but Annie Kay's in with her first kids biz. I can't wait to talk about detention centres. Wind farms. Cara knows all about wind. She's here to blow some for us. And later on we'll do some cooking with the people from Cafe Bellavista. We have got a humongous show. It's live, it's local, it's from Perth, from Side, and it starts now.
It's showtime on the couch. Yeah, it's showtime on the couch. You can see it from your house. You can watch it from your house. It's showtime on the couch with friends and the best in town. Oh, it's showtime on the couch.
Big couch coming up today. Hope you can stay with us. I'm just getting psyched up, relaxed, because she's changed her hair to blonde or white. I think we call it bleach white. Is that right? Thank you, Matt, floor manager. And she's singing the opening song for us today. It's called Valerie from Amy Winehouse. Here is Tamika.
Well, sometimes I go out by myself, not look across the water. And I think of all the things that you were doing to my head, and I paint a picture. Well, since I'm coming home, well, my body's been a mess, and I miss your ginger hair and the way you like to dress. What's going over? Some can't fool out of me. What's coming over that the way? Valerie, that the way. Valerie, did you have to go to jail? Put your house up for sale? Did you get a good lawyer? I hope you didn't catch your tan. I hope you found the right man who'll fix it for you. I go shopping anywhere, change the color of your hair. Are you busy? Did you have to pay the fine that you were dodging up the time? You still dizzy? Well, since I'm coming home, well, my body's been a mess, and I miss your ginger hair and the way you like to dress. What's going over? Some can't fool out of me. What's coming over that the way? Valerie, that the way. Valerie, well, sometimes I go out by myself and I look across the water, and I think of all the things that you were doing to my head, and I paint a picture. Well, since I'm coming home, well, my body's been a mess, and I miss your ginger hair and the way you like to dress. What's going over? Some can't fool out of me. What's coming over that the way? Valerie, that the way. Valerie, oh, that the way. Valerie.
Well done. Thank you very much to Tamika. She'll be back later on in the show with a fantastic, another fantastic song. Let me have a look at my run sheet. Price tag. So please stay tuned for that. And thank you very much. Okay, we were trying to work out who actually sang that originally, Valerie. So if you know, maybe you can SMS me and tell me who it was. But Matt's going to look into it as well. Tegan Benfell is back after a bit of a break, and she's back with a fantastic group that are coming in to talk about animal welfare, dog sponsorship and adoption. Here's Tegan.
Thank you, Fred. I'm here with Kristen Forsyth from WA Shar Pei Protection. That's a mouthful. Kristen, thank you for coming in today.
Hi Tegan, thanks for having us.
I see you've brought young Dasher here with you as well.
Yes, I have.
he's behaving so far. We'll see
So
how
far.
it goes. Okay, so what is WA Shar Pei Protection?
We are a non-for-profit organisation run entirely by volunteers. Basically, we rescue, rehome the Shar Pei breed here. So Dash is one of our rescues that came into us just before Christmas.
Oh, wow.
Hence his name.
Oh, he's named after a reindeer.
Yes. So at the moment he's in foster care, looking for his forever home very shortly.
Okay, so what got you into Shar Peis in particular? Because there's a lot of dogs you could have chosen. Why Shar Peis?
I've got one myself. He's 9 and I've just fallen in love with the breed. They're quite an unusual breed and they are quite misunderstood. So when I first decided to get into rescue and we started WA Shar Pei Protection last year, there was not a breed-specific rescue for it in Perth, and we just sort of went from there. We've had great success so far.
Right. So how are these dogs coming into your care, and why are they coming into your care?
Each one has a different story. We have a lot that we pick up from the pounds, or we have a few that are handed over to us surrendered. Very different, surrendering stories we get. Sometimes they're just purely, they don't do breed research.
Yeah.
So
people are getting dogs that they don't understand how to take care of.
yeah. The Shar Pei itself has a few minor health issues that can be a problem if you don't understand the breed and what entails, what comes with the breed, basically. We find 50% of the dogs that come in require entropion, which is a eye lift, basically.
Oh.
So basically they're so wrinkly, their eyelashes flip back around and rub on the eye. Can be very cause major discomfort for them.
Yeah, it doesn't sound very comfortable, their hair rubbing in their eyes.
No, and if left untreated, it can actually cause blindness.
Wow. So you guys take on the dogs and you find foster carers for them, and they stay temporary with the foster carers. And do you cover all their vet bills and everything while you've got them?
Absolutely. As soon as they come into care, they get a full vet check, they get desexed,
Great.
And any further vet work that required of the dog.
Oh, great. And that's all done before they're ready to be adopted.
Absolutely.
So that sounds really expensive, especially if they're needing these operations.
Absolutely. Each dog costs us around $650 to get on top of their vet work. So it is an expensive operation to sort of get underway, but very rewarding, as you can tell.
He's gorgeous.
Dash has come a long way since he's come into care. And we fund a lot of these by fundraisers, barbecues and things like that. Just sort of anything we can do to...
All different fundraisers. Have you got any particular fundraisers coming up at the moment that we can get involved in?
We've got Christmas in July, a restaurant all organised. Coming up, and we have the barbecues throughout the year. We do chocolate fundraisers as well, and raffles throughout the year. So there's always...
Oh, there's always something going on that we can get involved in. Great. Well, we have to wrap it up now. So if someone's wanting to get involved and volunteer to be a foster carer, or if someone wants to adopt someone like Dasher, or just volunteer some money, some donations, or get involved, how do we reach you?
The best place to reach us is our Facebook page. We are WA Shar Pei Protection, or you can email us at info@sharpeiwa.com.au.
Fabulous.
And we'll endeavour to help you best we can.
Excellent. Hopefully lots of people will be interested in fostering and adopting.
Fantastic.
Great. Thank you so much for coming on. Thank you, Dasher. Fred, it's back to you.
Thank you very much, Tegan. I'm always scared of dogs, but I love pussy. Pussy's always a nice thing, just to rub a little bit of pussy now and then. Great. Okay, thank you very much for being on the show. I don't know why I'm smiling. Tegan's giving me a bit of a cheeky look. Coming up, talking about cheeky, Matt Miller has been somewhere very interesting. Matt, why don't you tell us, and we'll be back after the break.
Thanks, Fred. G'day, everyone. Matt Miller with you from The Miller Report. It's taken me a little bit longer to bring you the next instalment than I'd hoped. I was working on an air safety feature, but unfortunately, no one wants to chat about it. I did, however, film inside a Boeing 737 sim at Flight Experience in Archerfield here in Queensland. That is now edited and online at thecouch.com.au. I'm at Brizzy Airport right now because I've just come back from my annual footy pilgrimage weekend to Melbourne. I thought of the show, so I took the camera along, and this is the result. I'll be back in the next few weeks with another edition of The Miller Report, but Fred will be back right after the break. You're watching The Couch across Australia and New Zealand on Aurora and Face TV.
Now, all I wanna be, all I ever wanna be, yeah, yeah, is somebody to you. All I wanna be, all I ever wanna be, yeah, yeah, is somebody to you. Everybody's trying to be a billionaire, but every time I look at you, I just don't.
This episode of The Couch is proudly supported by Cafe Bellavista Restaurant and Pizzeria. Azito, give it a go with Azito. Refresh Pure Water. And Reading Cinemas, experience the difference.
Looking after your brand name is very important, looking after your business is very important, and looking after yourself is very important. And today we've got Ilse Strauss here from Ilse Strauss and Associates. Bit of a change in name there. Welcome back.
Thanks, Fred. Good to be back.
You've been away a while. Have you been running your own business, have you?
Yeah, absolutely. It's been quite busy, which has been great. Been writing the book and doing a lot of trainings and seminars, so it's been very busy.
Well, today we're going to talk about your book, because you've got a brand new book. Tell me about it.
So the latest book that's come out is called Brands Don't Grow on Trees, and it's all about reverse engineering successful brands. So helping business owners understand what it takes to actually have a successful brand, from not just designing the branding concept, but what it means for the people who's even on the ground, who's responsible for communicating that message.
Is it cultivating and protecting that brand and looking after it?
Absolutely, it is. And the reason for it is because when people generally talk about brand, they only talk about the branding elements. So, you know, what the logos look like, what the message is that people are hearing outside in the marketplace. But it's so much more than that. So this book is really just helping them understand what goes on beneath the iceberg that even your staff members really need to know about. It's about creating brand ambassadors in the market, as in your customers, but also making sure your staff are fully aware of what the brand message is.
Because that's very important, because I always think if your staff aren't coming along the journey with you, you're giving the wrong impression and wrong message. And a lot of companies now, Ilse, if you can correct me if I'm wrong, they're putting a lot of effort into training and awareness so that staff are aware of what a brand means. Yeah. And I'll give you an example, something like McDonald's. They would put a lot of money in making sure that their brand is very recognisable, that it's consistent, and that it does what it says it does. And if an operator was to not operate in that generic brand style, they wouldn't be there for very long. Because
you're spot on.
Is that true?
You're spot on. And I think because businesses are starting to realise that it's not just what you tell the market or who you are, and it's not just about the message you're sending to the market, it's about the experience that they're having when they actually make that first touch contact with someone who's a part of your business. Because moving forward, we're going to start seeing that businesses are going to become far more aware and start to back themselves a lot more in what they're doing on the ground with their staff members, what they're doing with their sales teams, with their customer service teams, because it's not just about what you're projecting to the marketplace, it's about delivering on that promise when they're making that first touch.
And I'm looking at the economy at the moment. We've got a bit of a debt in Australia, quite a big debt if you speak to Tony Abbott. And the point is...
winking.
No winking. I wasn't going to do that. But it's really important that people understand we're competing against forces outside Australia now for business. So the dollar's a lot harder to get. You're competing with companies that have lower salaries, lower wages. And in Australia, where we're talking about, where you are, it's about becoming more business smart, aren't we?
It is.
And the brand needs to be something that you develop, that you put out into the market, that your staff are confident, reliable, and appreciate your brand. Because it's okay getting a job and getting staff, but if they don't respect your brand but are just doing the job, there could be a detriment to the business.
Absolutely, because you really want to look at turning your staff and your employees from ordinary employees into really strong brand ambassadors.
Very loyal.
And I mean, you can see it anywhere you go. You go into the local shopping centre, you go to your local car dealer, wherever it is, you see people who's just doing a job. Like I was at one of my favourite cafes today, and I love being there because it's a lovely atmosphere. But when I approach the counter, I just get generic service. I want to know about, you know, there's new specials that's coming up. I want to know about what new innovations
So what's
they
wrong?
have.
Why are we finding that this sort of, a lot of people are complaining, and when I was on 6PR, I had the same thing, people complained about customer service.
Yeah.
What's happening?
Well, what's happening is business owners, they are so focused on doing all these new isolated tactics to bring in new customers that they're pretty much wiped out and
They're
tired.
focusing on the wrong, or not the wrong, but they're focusing too much on one element.
They're too much on one element, and there's a lack of synchronicity between understanding what it is that you're doing out there to bring customers in and what you do once you get those customers. So our job really is to help business owners moving forward start to align this brand message and bring these two components into a better integration.
It's sort of making your staff and the people you work with your family.
Yes.
And I'll
yes.
give you an example of one that I think is a good brand. I don't particularly like Apple,
Yeah.
right? But I think they're a very good brand. And someone's going to laugh in the background because I'm always knocking the Apple brand. But I think that what they do,
Yeah.
they do very well.
They do.
Now, Apple will bring out something and everybody's behind it. Everybody's on board. Everybody's trained up.
Yeah.
Whereas Samsung is the market leader and they're selling more phones.
Yeah.
But yet I find when you go to the shops, they don't have dedicated Samsung
Exactly.
stores.
It's just generic service.
It's just something they want to push. They have a $5.99 cheap phone and that's all they're selling. They're not selling the
Exactly.
brand. What it does,
Exactly.
it's different to Apple.
Precisely. And you see this in franchise groups as well. Like I talk a lot into the franchise industry because I have had nearly 20 years of experience in franchising. And one of the things that I always used to say when I was working corporately in the franchise market to franchisees is that you've got to be very clear that when your staff members step up to the counter to engage with someone, make sure they're not just being an order taker, but they're actually providing a really strong brand service to that customer.
Very important.
And that's the difference that's going to make the difference. Whether it is you're a big business or whether you're a local business, these principles apply to everybody. It cannot be generic anymore, and this is going to be the way forward from now on.
And isn't it also used in just everyday life as well? When we go to a restaurant or when we go to a cafe, like you said, what TV shows we watch, we look at the brand.
That's
if
right.
the brand works, the TV show works.
That's
I look at the
right.
7 Network. They do very well because the brand is very good and everything they touch turns to gold.
Absolutely.
Network 10, a lot of problems. The brand, the network's good, but the way they sell their programs is very bad and a lot of it doesn't rate.
And that's why it doesn't work.
And it doesn't work
You
and
know,
it fails.
It might sell a product, but it's not going to create a lasting relationship with the customers. And it's really about creating that brand encounter.
And we're doing a long-term thing too,
It's
not just a short-term gain.
And that's what we were talking about before, where is the big problem for business owners? It's that they're focusing on those quick fixes, and those quick fixes might get you a ton of new business coming in.
To start with.
But it's not going to help you maintain that. And that's what the new book, Brands Don't Grow on Trees, is all about.
And that's what I was going to ask you. What's the book called again? Tell me again.
Brands Don't Grow on Trees.
Brands Don't Grow on Trees. You can get it where? Amazon?
On Amazon.
Amazon.com.
Yep.
Or you can check out our website, thecouch.com.au, and we'll have a link there to Ilse's website. And can we get it from your website, the links as well?
Absolutely. And we can pop that all on thecouch.com.au website, and
Beautiful.
that'll all be there.
Sounds good.
Thanks,
Let's
Fred.
go for a coffee.
I think we should.
Do you have a good brand in mind?
I do, actually.
I know
I'll tell
which
you in a
one.
moment.
That's Ilse Strauss. If you want more information, this is how you get it.
If you're looking for more info on anything you've seen on today's show, head to thecouch.com.au. It's where you'll find all the links for our guests, plus clips from the show, backstage photos, and even exclusive movie reviews. You can also sign up as a Couchie and be part of our competitions, including Spin It to Win It. New Zealand viewers, that's open to you too. So jump online and check it out now. thecouch.com.au.
That is how you contact us here at The Couch. Don't forget, we'd love you to enter Spin It to Win It, so become a Couchie as well. Now, Cameron's in from Bob Cooper's Outback Survival. Welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me, Fred.
Nice to have you here.
Cheers.
It's always nice to talk about how we survive the elements.
Definitely.
Now, there's 5 things that we need. in the survival kit. What are the 5?
There's 5 priorities that we believe in, and that's the water, warmth, signal, shelter, and food.
Now we'll go through them.
Yep.
Water is obviously water
Yep.
that we wash ourselves or drink with. What was the other one?
Warmth. Yep. So
what
water,
is that, keeping warm?
Keeping warm, so either by lighting a fire, which is a really good one, or keeping our body warm, so keeping our clothes dry in a survival situation.
And not touching the microphone,
And not touching the microphone would be a
and
great
next
one. Signals. So
Signal.
signalling, we use signalling if we are lost. We need to put a signal out there so we can be seen.
Yep.
Be it via a whistle, by big fires, anything like that during the day. We can use our horn of our car. We can light smoky fires, all sorts of things. Yeah.
Okay, next one.
Water, warmth, signals, shelter.
Shelter, that's
so sheltering is most important.
Being safe at night and being out of the elements?
Yeah, so sheltering, being safe at night time, but also sheltering from rain, from the sun, and things like that. So we have plastic bags.
And the last one?
Food. Food.
Oh, that's my favourite one. You know what? I would have gone the other way. Priority food, and then shelter and warmth and water. But that's okay. So they're the 5?
Yeah, so believe it or not, food is actually bottom of our list. No matter, that 5 priorities do change, but that food will always be at the bottom.
How do you fit all 5 priorities in one tin?
It's good effort, isn't it? There's actually 33 items in your hand.
Yeah.
So including the tin, there's 32 items inside.
Am I right in saying the tin's got bigger? Because I remember before it used to be a smaller tin, am I right? Or has it always been the size?
Originally it was a soapbox size.
That's it.
And Bob's actually tested that kit. He's actually walked for 200 kilometres with nothing but that kit in his hand to prove that it actually works.
How much is the tin worth?
Good question. All our details are on the website.
Oh, with different prices for different people.
That's exactly right, depending on who you...
There you go. So it's not that expensive. But
no, it's definitely not. Well, it's not if your life depends on it.
Basically, this is what you should have in the glove box or in your pocket or in your jacket when you decide to do some bushwalking, camping, or just travelling.
Definitely. That's why it is the size that it is. It will fit into your pocket. It will fit into a backpack. And it will fit in the glove box of your car. There's no excuses not to take it with you.
So that's what it looks like, folks. There's one more look at the tin. Beautiful. Thank you. Well done, Leroy. Okay, let's have a look at some of the stuff that's in there. I'm going to hold them up to Leroy's camera, and you can tell us what they are.
Well, that's a whistle, Fred.
Okay, so if I was going to blow... Oh, everything's in orange
blowing
today.
that in there.
Here we go.
Not too loud.
Leroy. You ready? Oh, sound man just fell off his chair.
I bet he did.
So this is the one for signal.
That's for signalling.
That's how simple it is.
Yes, and the international distress signal is actually 3 whistle blasts in concession, but with a break in between.
That would be an emergency if I started blowing that. That's fantastic. The plastic bag.
We actually use that. That's a very multitasking or multi-use bag, but this is for our sheltering. So I've got one here, say, pulling that one apart. I've got another one here to show you the physical size of them.
Here we go. I'll hold it here.
Please, yeah.
There you go. We'll take a wide shot. You can see it's
through.
not a filter on the camera. If you're looking, you say, Fred looks good. I'm still here. Oh, actually, I do look better. What do we do with the bag?
Okay, so like I said, for sheltering, we can actually cut down one side here, or down 2 sides, and we can make a blanket, a simple blanket, just put over our heads, keep our clothes dry.
Is it safe? Because we're always telling kids not to put their heads in plastic.
Exactly, that's why I say split it down 2 sides. And in this kit, there's actually a little sewing kit as well, so we can actually stitch the 2 bags together if we had to.
Oh, wonderful.
To make a larger one, or we could turn into a poncho for that matter. You could make like a little hood.
So see, something like this, I would look at it and say, oh, it's a plastic bag.
Yeah.
But you're telling me it can become your survival.
Most definitely, and we actually carry a lot of water in these bags. Up to 6 litres of water can be carried in these bags.
And they're strong?
Yeah, there's 2 bags, but also when we use it, we put it inside the sleeve of a jacket or something and carry it like a baby, I suppose, to keep it protected. So
fantastic. This one here I love. What are these?
Yes, this is the Bob Cooper's playing cards. This is an absolutely amazing little bit of kit.
I'm going to try and open them while Leroy's trying to take a shot of me trying to open them.
So basically,
Leroy,
in this little
you just
kit,
need a survival kit just to open the box. But no, look, these are fantastic. So these cards have basically got tips on them about surviving the elements.
Yeah, definitely.
Thank you very much. That looks good. And I've got another one here.
Yep.
What's that one?
That's what they would call a Puri tab or an aqua tab. That's for purifying water.
So there's a tablet in here. I won't open it up, but basically...
There's 2 little tablets in there.
You say you've got a plastic cup or a cup like we've got here. You open the tablets, you put them into the cup.
Yep, so basically what you actually do with that is 1 tablet is good for a litre of water.
So are you saying if I go to the river and I'm desperately needing water, I'd fill up the water and then use one of these, and that purifies it, so it's pretty much safe to drink?
It is definitely safe to drink. 1 litre, wait 30 minutes, and then it's safe to drink.
That's fantastic, because how many of us have seen that, you know, Bear Grylls out in the outback, and he drinks his own urine and stuff. Now, can I... Oh, this one here is very important.
So you've grabbed... Oh, sorry.
Oh, you want me to grab that one?
Grab that one as well.
That one there?
Oh, all 3 of them. Grab all 3 of them. Why not?
There we go. So these two, that looks like a Limpton's cup of tea.
It certainly is. So this is our food part of the whole deal.
Yep.
So there's nothing better when we're out in a survival situation. The first thing we should really do is sit down and have a break and have a cup of tea or a cup of coffee.
Have your cup of tea in there with the water purifier.
Exactly, and think about what's going on and actually think about the situation.
And are these Maggi cubes?
They certainly are. They're just your standard stock cubes.
Yep.
And 1/5 of one of those cubes is enough in a cup of water to feel something like home. So if you're in a survival situation, you're stuck out somewhere, have a little bit of that in a cup of tea or a cup of water for that matter. It'll make it feel like a cup of soup.
Do you know what I love about this kit? It's a fantastic way to give someone a gift. If you know they're outback people, they like to travel or they like to be out, even young people. You know, they don't always think about taking survival stuff with them. So this is a great way of staying safe, a great way of having some backup if you're stuck in the elements. It is called the Bob Cooper Survival Kit. You can get it from the website, which is
bobcoopersurvival.com.
Thank you very much. Now, this is the book as well that's still out. It's called Outback Survival. Am I right with that one?
Most definitely.
Outback Survival. It's got all of, if you want to know what's in the kit and more, this is a fantastic, easy to read book that sort of gives you some examples, and it also gives you some tips on how you can survive the outback. It says the only thing that is certain is that nothing is certain. That was written by Bob Cooper. The book is available from the website, and it is bobcoopersurvival.com.au. Thank you very much to Cameron. Is there anything else quickly you want to say?
We can do the little demonstration. There's one more.
Oh, I'd love to do that. Let's give you some more time. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Where is that thing? You're going to catch
on fire? Open the little kit up for me.
Oh, I love this bit. We set fire to the studio.
No, we're not.
Oh, that's a shame.
So this is our other element that's in the kit, Fred, and this is our fire side of things.
Okay.
Can I have that kit, please?
Yep, you can.
Put it back there upside down, please.
All right. Let me get rid of that.
So in this kit is our flint striker, which is a very...
Leroy pick that up. Okay.
Yeah, I'm just going to separate this and I'll put it there for you. So this is just a little cotton pad. We carry 2 of these in our kit.
Yep.
And what I'm doing is I'm just going to fluff it up so it catches the spark nice and easily.
Do you remember that TV show called The Curiosity Show?
The Curiosity Show.
There used to be 2 guys that used to burn everything, destroy everything. You and I could find a new venue for our media attraction. This used to be the side studio, everybody.
Okay, so flint striker, very good. Don't get wet. If they get wet, they still work. So the good thing about these, give a quick strike like that, and instantly we have fire.
Oh, how good is that?
Yep, so I'm just going to put that straight out because we don't want to set off.
Can I give it a try?
Certainly, I'll just put that one out.
Oh, and that will also act as a signal if you need to, because we've just burnt...
Don't do that.
Is that a bad thing to do?
Yeah, don't put it out in the studio.
Oh, thank you.
All right, so...
Thanks for telling me. All right, so can you tell me how to do this again?
Certainly.
Okay.
Your right hand, no, the other way.
That way?
So put that one in your hand with your thumb.
Oh, okay, hold that one. Okay.
And use the serrated side of that.
See, it's good that you're showing us. So.
Yep, no, on top of that black bit there.
Oh, it's this that we do.
That's
okay,
it.
see?
And give it a good, good strike. Give it some. There we go. Hey, perfect.
How good was
done.
that? I know how to set fire to things. And that can help you in the outback, of course.
Definitely.
If you're stuck out there and you need warmth, that's your way of doing it. It'll probably burn itself out.
Yeah, I still...
We better call the fire brigade to studio side. That's it. Thank you very much, Cameron, for coming in.
Thanks very much,
Wonderful segment. And we're trying to make lighthearted of survival because people seem to enjoy having a bit of fun. The kit's very, very serious. The book's very, very serious. Check out the website, thecouch.com.au, for the links to Bob Cooper. And, of course, there's heaps of courses that he also runs for everybody to learn how to be better surviving the elements. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
We'll take a break and be back with more of The Couch after this.
This episode of The Couch is proudly supported by Cafe Bellavista Restaurant and Pizzeria. Azito, give it a go with Azito. Refresh Pure Water. And Reading Cinemas, experience the difference.
Welcome back to The Couch here on Aurora Television, all around Australia and New Zealand. Just a reminder of that Bob Cooper segment we had previously. You can buy the kit. It's about $50 to $60 if you're interested, because we had some people ask about the price. Someone that's not talking about survival kits, but environmental survival is Cara Walker. She's got a great guest with her today. Over to you, Cara.
Thank you, Fred. Today I'm talking to Louis Kent from the Fremantle Wind Farm. Welcome to The Couch.
Thanks.
And can you tell me a little bit about this Fremantle Wind Farm? I haven't heard much about it.
Yeah, sure. It's a proposal to have 8 to 12 wind turbines around the North Mole, Rouse Head, where Fremantle Port is. So the northern side, not the southern side where Freo is.
Okay.
And the plan is for it to be a community-owned wind farm, so the community that lives around it and sees it gets to reap the benefits of the power that it generates as well.
Okay, and so what kind of power, what kind of electricity do you believe it's going to create?
Enough to power about 3,300 homes.
Okay.
That's based on the initial proposal of 8 turbines. Since then, they've reclaimed some land, so we could actually fit 12 turbines, but 8 to 12 is the number that we are aiming for.
Okay, and so who's going to be the benefit? Who's going to benefit from that? Is it the community or?
Yeah, of course. If a community member invests in it, then they'll get a direct financial benefit from that investment as the profits are generated.
Yeah.
Additional profits would go back to the community through sponsoring sports clubs and community programs and things like that. And the cooperative model means that the people that invest in it get to decide how that community investment is made beyond that.
Oh, okay, great. And so how is this actually going to be financed?
The model aims to get 100% finance from the community members, ideally, but if we don't raise enough money from community members, then we can go for large private investment, and there's a lot of people interested in it because wind is a bankable investment these days.
Great. So this sounds like it's a community project building. Has this happened before, and is this something that other people in Australia and New Zealand can think about rolling out into their own community? Yeah,
definitely. There's community-owned wind projects and solar projects all around Australia and the world.
Okay.
Solar projects are, if you're wanting to start small, then a solar project's probably the way to go, but if you get larger, then community-owned wind is definitely an option that in Germany, more than 50% of the renewable energy generation capacity there is community-owned, and that's something that we'd love to see here.
Absolutely.
Whereas in the US, it's about 2%, so I think we're closer to that.
Okay, and this has already happened on the East Coast?
Yeah, Hepburn Wind Farm is a great example of a community-owned wind farm in Australia.
Yep.
We'd like to take that model. It's also been done in Western Australia, in Denmark, and Mount Barker Wind Farm. They're slightly different models, but yeah, we're hoping to bring something like that closer to the metro area so people can see it every day.
Okay, gorgeous. And what kind of community support have you had already?
We do a lot of community engagement, so we've got like a Facebook page to communicate with people. We've got a website as well, which is a great way to get a mailing list to get in touch with people. Those people come to events that we have, like Windy Beers, which is once every month or two, just catch up and have a chat to our supporters. And we've also had some larger events where we get a couple of hundred people in. And while when people come in, it's something new, something different, and there are sometimes some people a bit sceptical about the whole program. By the end of our event, as they're walking out the door, we haven't had anyone walk out still concerned about the project, so that's a great...
Well, it sounds like a great idea, so what's stopping the progress at this stage?
Unfortunately, we don't have land access. That's the biggest thing. The land is run by Fremantle Port Authority, which is owned by the state government. The Port Authority see that a wind farm isn't in their core business, and they think there's risks around it. We've looked at those risks, assessed them. We're taking all the financial risk. We'd just like to lease some land off them, and they don't want to lease it to us. So now it's a community engagement process to try and get the community behind it to change the politicians' minds. Okay,
and that's what you've got a video that's just come out that you're aiming for people to look at the moment?
Yeah, we've been working very hard on this video, which we had a production team working on it. Cost quite a bit of money, but we raised over $13,500 from a crowdfunding campaign through Possible. So it was a great full circle thing where the community that are behind the project gave us the money to help promote the project even further.
Okay, awesome. And if people want to get involved now, where can they go to for more information?
Head to our website, which is just fremantlewindfarm.com.au. If you whack Fremantle Wind Farm into Google, it'll come up nice and quickly.
Awesome.
There's FAQs there. You can find out all about the project and get in touch with us.
Awesome. All right, so also head to the Couch website, thecouch.com.au. We're going to have a link up there. It's a fantastic project across Australia and New Zealand. If you're interested in this in your community, jump on board and see what these guys are doing. Thank you so much for your work, and we hope to hear from you again in the future.
Thanks for giving me the opportunity to talk about it.
Thank you. Back to you, Fred.
Thank you, Cara. And I just wanted to quickly promote that you're doing marriages now for gay couples.
I am. I'm
How's
doing ceremonies. Really good. Unfortunately, they're not legally recognised, but to them, in their hearts and into the community around, it is a...
Can people contact you through your website?
Absolutely.
Beautiful.
Just head to ecofairies.com.
Well done.
Thank you, Fred.
Thank you. And I'd love to see Louis come back on. Maybe we can play a bit of the film that you put together as well, Louis.
That'd be great.
Promote that separately. Thank you very much. Great segment. If you'd like to be part of Spin It to Win It, it's been gone for a few weeks because we're rebranding rebuilding our stocks, but we will be back in the next few weeks. This is how you do it.
If you'd like to be a contestant on Spin It to win it, all you have to do is head to thecouch.com.au, sign up as a couchie, and you'll be automatically registered to play. That website again, thecouch.com.au. Back to you, Fred.
Fantastic. We would love you to be part of that, because I'll tell you why. We give away a whole heap of prizes thanks to Azito, and if you're not in it, you can't spin it, you can't win it. We are bringing it back in 3 or 4 weeks. One lucky home viewer took $1,000 worth of prizes only a few weeks ago, and we'd love to do it again. So join up. It doesn't matter where you're from, whether it's from Perth, Sydney or New Zealand. We will call you on the phone if you're not in Perth. If you're in Perth, we'll get you to come into the studio, and anyone else can come in too if you're willing to fly to Perth. Okay, we've got a brand new segment coming up now. It's to promote something called Chill Out. I think we'll have a look at the trailer and then speak to our very good new young presenter, Annie Kay. Here it is.
I'm a child and I have rights. I'm a child and I have rights.
I'm a child and I have rights.
I'm a child and I have rights.
I have the right to play. I have the right to be free.
I have the right to go to school.
And I have the right to good health care.
I wish the Australian government would allow all children to access their rights.
1,023 children will spend tonight in Australian immigration detention. These children have no freedom. They have limited access to recreation, education and healthcare. You can help. Visit chillout.org to learn more.
Very sad to see so many young people in detention. Hopefully we'll change that very soon in our country. But doing her part to change things is our brand new Kids Biz presenter. Here's Annie Kay.
Thanks, Fred. So today on Kids Biz, we'll be talking about detention centres and the boats that bring people to detention centres. Most people don't know that there are lots of kids in detention centres too. It's not only adults. Detention centres are not like hotels, camps or Roto. They're more like mini prisons. Some kids come alone to detention centres, and these kids are not separated from the adults. Right now, there are 1,023 kids in detention centres. Can you imagine what it must be like being alone in a foreign country with nobody to love you or to care for you? All they give you is food, water and a place to sleep. This is why organisations such as Chill Out are trying to get these kids out of detention centres and let them exercise the rights that they're given. Chill Out was founded in 2001 and have been fighting for kids' rights ever since. Making an ad for Chill Out is Farron Sabiri from Moustache Films, who is here to speak to us today. Hello, Farron.
Hello, Annie.
Nice to meet you.
Good to meet you.
So, how did you get involved with Chill Out?
Okay, I wanted to help because I'd seen the situation and I said, okay, how can I do something? This is my job to make videos and photography, so I thought, you know what, I'll contact them and I'll see if they need help. You know, I said, you guys need photography, video, anything for a campaign coming up, and they got back to me with this idea and we worked at it and we made the film. And actually, you were in it.
Yes, I was. Yeah. Okay, and I wanted to ask a question about the name of your company, Moustache Films. That's a cool name. How'd you get the inspiration for it?
Oh, we were trying to think of names and we couldn't think of anything, and we thought, okay, let's be funny. And one of the people I work with said Moustache Films is a joke, and I was like, yeah. And he's like, no, I was just joking, and then we ended up with it.
It's a cool name.
Yeah. I'm growing this beard for a film that we're making.
Really?
Yeah, so it's gonna actually get a lot longer because I'm playing a character that has a
really long beard.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. So, what's the ad about?
Okay, so children have rights, and unfortunately in our detention centers here, some of these rights are neglected. And so the ad's basically about bringing that to the light and bringing attention to that and making people aware that these detention centers are not, they're not a good place for children to be for a long time. And that it's detrimental for children to stay in these places for extended periods of time.
So have you, what sort of other work have you done?
We do a lot of stuff. I think one thing that might be interesting for you is a series of ads we made recently. It's 3 ads, and it was for it was for a charity organization that adopts dogs to people. And we all know it's important to adopt dogs because sometimes dogs don't have homes and you got to give them a home. So they were funny. It was like a joking way of saying, okay, maybe you need to think about adopting a dog. The ads kind of compare adopting a dog to like having a kid or a boyfriend or a wife. And in a joking way, it's not serious, but they're saying, okay, maybe you should get a dog instead. Actually, the ads are available because the charity organization that we made it for didn't end up using them. So if there's an organization out there that adopts dogs, this would be perfect for them. They can just get in contact with me and we can donate the ads.
Cool. Thanks for coming today, Farron. Really appreciate it. And if you'd like to find out more about Chill Out, please go to the Couch website, thecouch.com.au. And yeah, so that's our first Kids Biz segment. I hope you enjoyed it. Back to you, Fred.
Very well done. Thank you very much to Annie Kay. You did a great job, Annie Kay, and looking forward to having you back. For an 11-year-old, you really do shine a light to young people. We'll be back with more of The Couch. We're going to do some cooking next with Cafe Bellavista. See you then.
This episode of The Couch is proudly supported by Cafe Bellavista Restaurant and Pizzeria. Azito, give it a go with Azito. Refresh Pure Water. And Reading Cinemas, experience the difference.
Welcome back to The Couch here on Aurora Television and Face TV around New Zealand as well. And thanks to Cafe Bellavista, we've got another fantastic segment. We've got James in. Welcome, you're the head chef.
Thank you very much.
Nice to have you here. And the boss of Bellavista, Cafe Bellavista, the manager, Alfredo Chiella. And get the Chiella right, folks.
Yeah.
How to pronounce it right. Welcome back, guys.
Thank you.
How's it all going at Cafe Bellavista?
Yeah, everything going pretty good. Our renovation now are finished. So yeah.
And you've had some extensive renovations. You've widened the whole restaurant. You prettied it up, can I say? You got pictures everywhere and it looks really, really good.
Yeah, this also we get a lot of feedback from our client that everyone love it now. So.
And James, the most important place for you is the kitchen.
Yeah.
You're happy with the renovation?
Yeah,
What's the difference now with the new kitchen?
A lot more space. It's a lot better equipment, basically. Air conditioning. You can see the customers, so they can see us.
That's what I like about your kitchen, that it's open. You've got nothing to hide. Even the mistakes or things that stuff up, you see James there yelling and screaming. You'll see it, and it's the passion of the place, isn't it?
Very true, yeah.
Great work. You've got a new menu as well?
Yep, we got a new menu, plenty of choices and some new dishes, some of the popular ones. So.
What's coming up in July? Anything special you want to talk about?
Yeah, probably we have like Christmas in July.
Ooh, I do like Christmas.
Yeah, so we got some special dishes in the menu.
Well, can I say the Mother's Day event was beautiful. The food was incredible. I came along, we paid our way, and my family thoroughly enjoyed it. I could have done with another dessert, but I wasn't able to swindle one. I had to pay for it. But I think I did have 2 desserts, but I can't remember if it was my sister's or I paid for another one. But it was wonderful. What are we doing today, James?
Today we're making a vanilla panna cotta. It's on the menu, on the dessert menu, very popular. We also do for functions and stuff. It's very simple, but it's very nice as well.
There's 2 things I always get confused with, panna cotta and brulee.
Yep.
What is the difference? Can you tell us?
The creme brulee, basically, you've got eggs and sugar, warm the milk or cream, goes in and you bake it in the oven.
Okay.
With bain-marie or
and that takes a hell of a lot of time because I've tried to make it and never...
It'll take about 45 minutes to make it.
For a chef.
No, they're in the oven 45 minutes and then you've got to put it in the fridge to set and then the sugar and then caramelise it, whereas panna cotta, even though it takes about 4 hours to set in the fridge, it's very, very quick to make, very easy as well.
And is panna cotta always on the menu? Is it a regular?
Yep, it's always there.
Always on the menu. So are we going to prepare one today?
Yes, we are.
Let's go for it. Let's have a look at it, mate.
Okay, so basically what we've got here is...
we've got some milk boiling.
Yeah, no, it's milk and cream. So
together?
400 mils of full fat cream and full fat milk, 100. You bring it to the boil. Just add some we got here vanilla paste, okay?
Yep.
Vanilla bean paste.
We'll see that
you
going
can
in.
use essence if you got it, just that's no problem. It's just get the flavour there. So you bring that to the boil.
Now, is that cream the type that you buy in the packet, like the Brown's cream, or do you have your own special?
Yeah, that would do. Brown's cream is
So you can
fine.
use
Just
any
make
sort
sure
of
it's like a
thickening
double cream because it just
Oh, the
withstands the
double.
heat a
Beautiful.
bit better when you bring it to the boil.
All right.
So when it's just hot, you turn it off. We're going to soak
So we're
some.
going to turn that off now because we've had it on for a
Yep,
while.
just gelatin sheets, okay? We've got two gelatin sheets. You just soak that in the water until it's...
And gelatin sheets, can you pick them up anywhere?
Yeah, they're not as... You can get gelatin powder, but it's slightly different.
And what does that do? It just molds
basically
everything
makes
together?
it into a jelly.
Okay.
So it sets it basically. You don't cook it, you just add it and then it sets
Beautiful.
it.
So
Okay.
we're going to put some in?
Yeah, we will do. First
Okay.
the sugar, so 200 grams or 120 grams of caster sugar. You just pour it all straight in.
Caster sugar is a lot finer than the normal sugar, isn't
Yes,
it?
yeah, it is.
And
It's a
what's
lot-
the benefit of caster sugar? Why do people use it?
It's a lot finer. It depends what dessert you're making. You know,
Is there a taste difference?
I don't
in
think
the-
so. Basically,
No.
just granulated sugar just being blended up, if you know what I mean. If
Okay.
you're going to use demerara or brown sugar and things like that, then it's
Because
going
I've
to
got a
change
friend
the
of mine
taste.
that uses her Thermomix and she turns normal sugar into caster sugar, which is if you've got one of those.
Yeah,
if not, you just buy it in the shop.
That's right. So just squeeze the water out of the gelatin.
Yep.
Okay. Straight into the cream mixture. You don't want the cream too hot. If it's too hot,
And does that just melt?
Yeah, it just melts. Yeah, you stir it around for a little bit until it melts. Okay.
Now, am I right in knowing you can also get powdered gelatine? Which
Yes, yeah,
Do you
you
not
can.
recommend it?
I do. It just the quantities you have to work it out. I mean,
Okay.
I don't know off
It's
the
a lot
top of
more
my
tricky to
head.
work with.
Yeah, it's not as good as the
sheets.
The sheets, yeah. Sheets
Do you
are a
want
little
me to
bit
do a
more
bit of
expensive.
stirring for you?
That probably should basically be done, really.
That's it.
That's it.
Look
So
at that.
basically,
as soon as I helped you, it's finished.
yeah, that's that.
Put that down for you.
You can do any flavour you want, really. If you wanted to do coffee, you can add some instant coffee in there
Can
if you
you
wanted
add
to.
alcohol in there?
Yeah, of course
Like-
you can.
like Tia Maria or Irish Baileys?
Yeah, you can add what you want.
Or what's
no
your
rules.
favourite drink to add in there?
Limoncello.
Limoncello.
Yeah, we
now
try.
you have your own limoncello.
Yeah,
at the
we
shop
got
there.
our own Italian
Restaurant.
limoncello. So
Beautiful. Okay, what are we doing now?
Basically into the moulds. So
That's it.
Yeah, that's it. Straight into the moulds.
So run us through quickly the ingredients again. We had milk.
Milk, cream.
Double cream.
Yeah, you bring it to the boil. Then you add about 120 grams of caster sugar.
Yep.
Vanilla.
Yep.
So
The
the sugar,
gelatin
and then the
sheets.
gelatin sheets at the end. Mix it together, and then that's it.
And that
Into the
took us
fridge.
like 5 minutes, 10 minutes.
Yeah, so that's it done basically. Straight into the fridge. You don't want to put it in there for about, I don't know, 4 hours, 3.5 to 4 hours until it's set.
Now, the magic of television, I've got a couple here that we've made. I'll give you that one because I know that's one that you prefer to use.
Okay.
Now, I might give you to put the plate over here where the stove was,
Okay.
if that's all right.
No problem.
And what we'll do, we'll put the panna cotta on this side as well.
Yep.
Is that the serving plate?
Yes, it is.
We'll pop that over here. I think that's the camera angle we want to get.
Okay, so you just need to work it out just gently with your fingers, so to speak. If you're
So that's
brave.
been, how long has that been in the fridge?
Oh, that's 3.5, 4 hours.
4 hours, okay,
Yeah.
that's good.
Hopefully it comes out first time if you're lucky.
Oh,
Yeah.
you knew that would happen.
A little bit messy there, but
Alfredo, does it ever collapse?
no, not really.
Who gets to eat all
if
the
it
stuff that
collapses,
doesn't
you
work?
will never see. So they go in the bin, the collapsed
Alfredo,
ones.
do you have someone at the restaurant that has to eat all the leftovers, all the crap that you can't be served to people? Do you need anybody? I'm available Monday to Sunday.
There's always some stuff.
There's
to
always
give
some,
to the
yeah.
staff.
Yeah,
There's
yeah,
always
there is always
something. Okay, so
We've
it
got
goes
the
on the
panna
plate.
cotta.
Basically here we've got some mixed berries, so you can get frozen berries or fresh berries a bit harder to come across.
depends on season, I
Yeah, a
suppose.
bit of water and sugar in the pan, you just reduce that and it thickens into a nice sauce. So we do the
Alright.
panna cotta, we just then...
So mixed berries.
Yeah, they've got strawberries, berries, blueberries, everything in there. Okay,
Oh,
you
it
just
looks
put
good.
them
Is
on
this
top.
one of your favourites?
One of my favorite dessert.
I like tiramisu. Are you making that yet?
Yes, we do.
We've got to get him to come back on the show, make me some tiramisu.
Okay.
No one ever makes it properly, can I say it to you? I don't know what it is they do. It's more cake and less cream, and I like more cream and
More
less
creamy,
cake.
yeah.
But I don't know if there's an art to it. Is it supposed to be more cake? Or is it just depends on the cook?
I think it just depends on the cook. Depends where you come from. You know, everyone's nonna or mum does
Makes
it
it
differently. Exactly. You know, so.
Bit of strawberries to
Yeah,
garnish.
yeah, that's right.
What else could you put on the side if it's not strawberries?
Oh,
Does anything else work?
There's no rules. Yeah, there's no rules. We
Whatever
use-
you have in the fridge. I
Exactly. Yeah, fresh mint on top. You can use whatever you like. You know, whatever you've got at home, basically. It depends what panna cotta you're making. You can do oranges and caramel
Yeah.
and things like that. So.
And it's ready to go.
That's it.
Would you like me to? Let's try some. Let's get a couple of spoons here. There you go, Matt. Have you got a shot of my big mouth? Would you like me to try? You're going to have a taste?
Please, no, please.
I always worry when the chefs don't want to eat, but they're not sweating, so it must be safe. This is beautiful. It's called panna cotta. It's from Cafe Bellavista. I'm going to try it.
It's got that little wobble as well, you see, so it means it's not too,
that's just
runny
me.
and not too...
I've got the little wobble as well. You know what? I've got to say, beautiful, great texture, very creamy, very tasty. All the fruit works well together. Beautiful. For more information about Cafe Bellavista, please go to their website, which is, of course, cafebellavista.com.au. Anything else you want to touch on very quickly before we wrap up?
Yeah, that, you know, like every week now we post on our website and on our Facebook page our chef special. So we got like seasonal dishes that we have every week.
What's coming up? Do you know any specials that are coming up, James, next couple of weeks?
Some things I need to work on, but we've got some lamb shanks, pork belly, I think, for next week. And the fish just depends basically on what's fresh and available.
What nights do you do the paella?
Friday and Saturday nights. If you are maybe yourself, we'll make it for you during the week. But if you ask, you know, if we've got the stuff, we'll make it for you.
Fantastic. Thank you very much. Give us the location again, where it is.
150 Bennett Street in East Perth.
Beautiful. That's Cafe Bellavista. Please go and support them. They do a wonderful job and they support the show. And this is incredible. I'm going to polish this off, as they say. And I'm going to polish off the show as well. Thank you for watching today. I hope you've enjoyed the show. I hope you've enjoyed the cooking segment. Please support Cafe Bellavista. Now, can I tell you, Tuesday nights are still a good night to go and have cheap specials on Tuesday nights as well. They still got those?
Yep, Monday and Tuesday is always available.
Oh, yeah. Monday and Tuesday. I'll be there. I'll be there. Tamika Casper won't be there because she's too busy singing, but she's always worried about the price tag. So she's going to sing us out today. Thank you, Australia. Thank you, New Zealand. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
Okay, coconut man, moonhead, D. You ready? Still like everybody's got prize. I wander around the sleep at night. When the self-con starts and the truth comes, looking yourself for a minute and smile. Why is everybody so serious? Acting so damn mysterious. You got shady eyes and you so hot. She can't even have the time. Everybody look to the left, everybody look to the right. Can you feel that shit? We're playing with love tonight. It's not about the money, money, money. We don't need your money, money, money. We just wanna make the world dance. Forget about the price tag. Forget about the cha-ching, cha-ching. Ain't about the ba-bling, ba-bling. Wanna make the world dance. Forget about the price tag. Okay. We need to take it back in time. Where music man is all unite. And a bunch of no blows and video. Am I the only one getting tired? Why is everybody so obsessed? Money can't buy us happiness. Can't be your soul down and enjoy right now. Guarantee you be feeling alright. Everybody look to the left. Everybody look to the right. Can you feel that shit? We're playing with love tonight. It's not about the money, money, money. We don't need your money, money, money. We just wanna make the world dance. Forget about the price tag. Forget about the cha-ching, cha-ching. Ain't about the ba-bling, ba-bling. Wanna make the world dance. Forget about the price tag. The price tag. Take the cash back. Give me 6 strings and a half stack. You can't keep the cars, leave me the garage. And yes, all we need are the kids' guitars. And guess what? In 30 seconds we're leaving to Mars. Yeah, we're leaving across all these undefeatable odds. And like a man can't put on the price on the right. We do this, I'll be fighting sacrifice every day and night. No, we're not summer fall, no, no. No see no sign of feet, no, So we're gonna keep moving our feet. So bring back the beat and everybody sing. It's not about the money, money, money. We don't need your money, money, money. We just wanna make the world dance. Forget about the price tag. Forget about the cha-ching, cha-ching. Ain't about the ba-bling, ba-bling. Wanna make the world dance. Forget about the price tag. It's not about the money, money, money. We don't need your money, money, money. We just wanna make the world dance. Forget about the price tag. Forget
This episode of The Couch is proudly supported by Cafe Bellavista Restaurant and Pizzeria. Azito, give it a go with Azito. Refresh Pure Water. And Reading Cinemas, experience the difference.